Colors burst into spire of flames. Distant sparks call to a past still unnamed. Bears his torch against the cold of the night. Search your soul and reawaken the undying light. Okay, I have a lot of games on Steam. I haven't even played most of them. I probably should. Let's go with you. No, I'm not playing that one. Oh no. Oh, encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video. Don't I have? Am I on power save? Am I? No, I'm not on power saver. So. Is there anything you guys want me to play in particular? Because I don't know what to play. I'm legitimately do not know what to play. There's some stuff that I'm not gonna touch, such as a certain game about dragons and cats and going fasts. It's not an NCFC game. You know what? I'll just start out playing Smash Bros. And if anybody wants to see me play anything else, then I'll switch.
I've been called upon to take care of business once again. Apparently, there is a game worse than big rigs. Worse than Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Worse than Crazy Bus or Desert Bus.
Alright, yeah, we're just gonna stick with Smash Bros. I'm not gonna be playing Bunny Must Die because I want to leave that for just when I'm just on my own, like, just doing a stream on my own channel. But that makes sense, at least. Something is eating my... Yeah, my CPU is going through the roof. That's all good. I just gotta close out of some unnecessary programs that are open, such as Dell Update. Those little programs, like, guys, big tip, those little programs, if you have a laptop, go with the task manager and make sure you turn those programs off as soon as you turn on your laptop, as soon as you wake it up from sleep mode. They will always be on, and I'm telling you, getting rid of those makes your battery last that much longer. I'm not even kidding. Alright, I'm just gonna do some Smash Bros. Matches. I am not playing against Johnny Test, and I'm not going to play as I'm not going to play as Johnny Test. That's just one thing I refuse to do. Yeah, I'll play Manga Man. So, if you've played the older versions, if you played, I think Manga Man was added in version 3. If you played version 3, you'll probably notice that Manga Man's new down special, like, the way it functions now is a bit different. And that's because the new way actually changes the hitbox, and it's a lot better now. He's a lot more balanced. And well, pedal, and while the leaf shield still has a lot of priority, it's not always the most reliable move. I am down 2 stocks. 3 stocks? Okay, I gotta actually, like, that's not good. I don't think I'm gonna win this match. If you can, yeah, just use pedal shield. It's a pretty good move. Ah, I just got 4 stocks by Johnny Test. I just got 4 stocked by Johnny Test. I just got 4 stocked by Johnny Test. Ah! 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 Oh! Oh! No, I'm not going out like that. Oh, I can't believe that. Ow. Crackman is a very combo-y character, so I suggest if you're gonna main Crackman, learn his combos. Like, they're super good. One of my favorites is the Hungry Man. That is... There's a combo sheet, actually. Let me check it. Let's see. Wombo combos. Crackman's Hungry Man combo. It's a really good move. Down attack, side attack, neutral. Yeah, that's... And Kid Cuisine, down attack, down special, up special, waka waka, side special, up special, neutral. And then he has another one in this one. I'm probably gonna name it like Craft Specials or something. It's up tilt into up special, and you can actually start that one with, if I remember correctly, you can actually start it with down special if they're at a high enough percent. I didn't get it. So one way to know if you got a combo or not is if they're even like, if they're active. There we go, that's a combo. That's a combo. Because they weren't active at all for any amount of frames. See, that's the Craft Specials combo. New combos. New combos discovered every day, every minute, every hour. Let's try Hungry Man. What is it? Down attack, side attack, neutral. No, Johnny Test, I hate. I think Johnny Test was one of the characters I actually didn't balance at all for this version. Because I thought, you know, I legitimately thought he was balanced.
Bogus.
I guess I've been proven wrong.
Bogus. Bogus.
Why does this not work as a spike? Okay. If only that were like a legitimate spike. That'd be so much better. How'd that hit me? What are these hitboxes? That freaking whip! It does so much knockback. What was I at? I don't even think I was at 100 and it killed me. Yeah, kiddo, you thought Gambler Luigi was overpowered? Let me introduce you to Johnny Test.
Bogus.
Game set.
Alright.
Unfairly beast. Come on.
Not a 3-star, not a 4-star, but I'm happy with it.
Rhyme.
Now it's rhyme time.
Go.
Two heavy characters against each other. Let's go on a stage where recovery isn't very easy.
Okay, stop.
So Ryan's moveset, actually all his moves come from Xenoblade. I think that's Bone Up. No, his side attack. That's Bone. Let me use Bone Upper. That's Bone Upper. That's War Swing. That's Hammer Beat, and this is obviously Sword Grab. I think Ryan might be a bit overpowered. I mean, look at that up special. That's more than 10 damage in a single use. Oh well, his actual good moves take forever to actually hit. Unless you're on this stage, then... I'm worried that I can't be hurt over the volume. Oh, I thought I was gonna survive that. Stay in place, man. Stay in place. You got this. You can. Oh, no. How much damage did that attack do? Oh my. Ugh, that does like 14 damage, I think. 12 damage. The worst thing is it comes out frame 1. That's broken. I don't imagine many people are going to be using Ryan in the meta for different reasons. He's a very slow character, and he's pretty good. He's pretty easy to kill because his recovery. It does a lot of damage, but it's not a very good actual recovery move. All of his other attacks are really slow anyways. And his best attack is takes almost as long as Warlock Punch. Hammer Beat also is pretty slow. None of his attack, I think he used to have super armor. I'm not sure if he does have any super armor anymore. See, the recovery is super easy to just spike, like Boza's doing right now with the base rolls. His spike isn't even, his gimp isn't even that good. I'm dead. That does 14 damage. That does 14 damage. Now I doubt the opponent is, like, in an actual match, I doubt the opponent is ever going to let you use that. So I still don't think Ryan is viable for meta. I'll probably patch it in the next update.
Sword drive! Bogus! Sword drive!
Game set. Unfailing beast. Rhyme.
J-Star's pretty annoying. Alright. So training mode is actually really important, like it's really viable.
Gamblerly.
Like you can really learn a lot about a character from looking at their stats in here. That's still a pretty good projectile. Not as good as it used to be, but it's still pretty good. It does take a bit longer to count. It does take a bit longer for it to recover from, for Gambler Luigi to be able to attack out of it, because that attack was let's just say it was not very good to see how broken it was. My fan sounds pretty fast. This happened last time I streamed. I mean, what else should I be expecting? What's my CPU at right now? It is not at 100. It's actually very low. It's at 57. My GPU is also pretty low. It's at 37. Yeah. Okay, my CPU is actually, it's in the 70-ish, 50-ish range. And then my GPU is staying at a consistent 37. That's not too bad, actually. By the way, in case you're wondering, this is a base distorted version of Pumped Up Kicks. So, Cloud is actually, here, I'll show off some of Cloud's moves. Now, you look right here and it says active frame, so that means that this attack takes 6 frames to be active, which means that that's when it actually hits. So when he turns red, that's when it hits, and then at frame 10, that's when it goes back to being what is known as, that's when it becomes the recovery frame, which is when it's green. And you can see when he's green, that basically means that's when the move is finished. When he's blue, that means the move is started. So you can see most projectiles, they always are in the recovery frame range. So for learning combos, it's always good to learn a character's growth move, their growth. Their base isn't as important as their growth, because growth basically prevents them from being able to use combos. That is it, and you can see if you check the stats. Hey, get off the table. You know you're not supposed to be on the table. Come on. No cat. So if you check, you can see that Cloud's you can see Cloud's side tilt has different properties when it attacks. For example, if you look at especially in the vertical knockback category, it changes from 1.2 to negative 2.1 to negative 3.8. So that means that basically means, okay, please get on, perfect, okay. So if we were to only hit that first whiff, that basically means that first hit is a spike. And you can see it right there in action. You can see that the sandbag went down a bit. So let's get some damage on the sandbag. Oh, I think neutral into up special is a combo. I think that's a combo. I don't know if materia combos into anything. It comes out too late and it ends too late. And basically everything combos into up tilt. Up tilt is, no, up special. Up special is a great move. Okay, so you could see that the knockback on I think it's called cross slash, it's not very impressive until the final hit. So if we slow that down, you can see once it hits that final hit, the base knockback goes to 2.7 and the growth knockback goes to 0.43. So with the growth knockback, that's actually a multiplier. So say the sandbag had it had 10 damage. That means that it's basically the growth is multiplied by the amount of damage they've taken, but it's actually smaller than it says so on the stats here. So instead of multiplying 0.43, it's actually multiplying 0.043, which is a lot smaller. But trust me when I say that those numbers add up over time, and even with weaker attacks, by the time they get to at least 50, you're gonna start noticing they're flying a bit further. Alright, so let's try and get this spike. I think the cat is clawing up the couch. Hold on. No, he's just on top of the couch. So, since he's basically where I want him to be, let's just move him a tiny bit more. Alright, so yeah, materia also has a bit of a spike to it. Neutral special, I don't know if that's good for anything. It's just a projectile. Okay, it has more knockback than the side special, but I don't really see that move being good for anything. That's actually a pretty good move. Cloud's best move is by far side tilt. It's basically his smash attack. Every character has different moves that work as smash attacks, basically because the game is limited to 8 moves. 9 if you count the final smash. Hi Amadeus, that's the name of my cat. Since the game is limited to 9 moves, please don't get on the table. Since the game is limited to 9 moves, I have to really consider which attacks are going to be smash attacks, aerial... And the cat just fell off the table. I mean, it's the chair. Okay, well, you know what, that's not my fault. I'm not mean to my cat. Okay, but basically, when it comes to working on this game, one of the hardest things is by far figuring out which moves are going to be the smash attacks and all that stuff. So you can see Cloud's neutral is just that, it's neutral. So now Sandbag is at a very high percent. You can see that even side special is knocking him a little bit more than it would. And we just slipped him off, that's not what we wanted, so. After this, I'll go back to doing a few more matches. But basically what I'm trying to show is the interesting properties of some of Cloud's moves. For example, that actually works the exact same way as Leaf Shield. You'll notice that if I'm running and I perform it, you can see that it follows me instead of just staying in one place. It has the same properties as Leaf Shield, except it's faster and they don't dissipate. However, let's say Cloud was knocked out of that move on the frame that those activate. Those will actually follow him as he went out after he recovers from the hit, which means he might actually be able to use it like Leaf Shield for a bit if you get hit when you use that. Okay, so back to this. So the first hit on his side tilt has a vertical knockback multiplier of 0.21 and a base knockback of 1.2. That basically means at this level, that's going to spike him. That's going to spike Sandbag. Now, since the slope is right there, it's not going to be as severe as it would be if he was a bit further off, but that's basically if the character gets hit into the first hit of the combo and they're in the air, I can't really show that right here because there's no real spots where I can show that, but basically that's to ensure that the first hit will knock the opponent into the combo. Hit 2 might actually comes out too fast in some cases, and it might knock them out of the combo if they're too high into the air or they have low gravity, like Luigi. And then the third hit is the strongest part of the combo. It has a 0.96 multiplier. So, let's actually, I'll show a different character. Yeah, this character, Nama actually has a lot of interesting properties in her move. You can see there's absolutely no growth knockback, or there's no growth knockback, and there's no vertical knockback whatsoever. But there's a lot of hit stun, no growth hit stun, and it only does 1 damage. But why does it hit multiple times if its base hit stun is 18? Well, because of the way this specific effect is programmed in, it basically puts the opponent into the same state as if your shield was broken, which is the quote-unquote dizzy state. And if you've played the game, you know that when your shield is broken, you can still be hit in that state. Meanwhile, with other effects, such as, say, that one, you can't be hit until the hit stun is over. So, you're still in hit stun, you can still be hit in that point where it's dizzy. So that means that that hits multiple times. And I think it only goes to 4, which is good. Oh, that move is a spike actually. And it's probably one of the best spikes in the game. The only issue it actually has is its range. Its range is pretty poor. Okay, that's not the move I wanted to do. You can see it doesn't go out too far in front. So there's about a certain point where it just doesn't hit, even though it looks like it should. I don't oh. Okay, so it's not that, the range still is pretty poor on that. Hold up. Okay. Let's see. I'm just gonna share this stream again, so that if anybody in the Smash Bros. Server wants to watch, everyone. Yes, I at everyone. Who cares? Sorry, I'm taking a bit, I know. Let's see, who else would be interested in the stream? I'm not gonna DM anyone. Alright, so... her up tilt is honestly pretty unimpressive. Her other move that comes out that same frame does a lot more knockback. Sandbag's knockback, he actually has less, I think he has less friction than even Luigi. I'll have to check that actually, but I think he has less friction than Luigi. And he's very, like, Sandbag is light. Sandbag's super light. Oh, that's one thing I should point out. Nama's tether works the same way as JoJo, so if I were to go under this stage, if it were possible actually, okay, I don't think I can grab the ledge with Nama. There we go, okay, so there's no ceiling. There's no ceiling on that ledge. So let me go out real quick and just show this. This is a tech called Hermit Clip, and not only Nama can do it, but JoJo can do it. That's actually why it was named Hermit Clip, after Hermit Purple. So you can see that if you grab onto the ledge, but there's a ceiling, it clips you through the ceiling so that you can recover. And while you might think this is broken, it is a bit precise, and keep in mind that JoJo and Nama's recovery is probably one of the worst in the entire game. Like, if there's nothing above you, you're dead. But this definitely helps their recovery on stages where it's possible. There's still a lot of stages where you cannot use Hermit Clip. And as you can see, it's not usable in every single spot. So the same thing goes for JoJo. So I'm gonna go with another stage that has Hermit Clip. I think Metacrystal has Hermit Clip. So you can see JoJo actually has a much better up special than Nama. And he actually, oh, okay, I almost died there. But JoJo also gets the advantage of his recovery frame happening, his animation ending before Hermit Purple comes back, which means he gets a little bit extra time to reposition Hermit Purple if it's not in a good spot. That means that if I were to go here and I miss, I can run over to a stage and recover. Or if I'm under it, I can Hermit Clip back up. Hermit Clip is super useful, and it definitely helps JoJo. I think most of the stages that are legal have Hermit Clip. I know Joshi Lands doesn't. Metacrystal, Battlefeld, and Last Platform do. All these 3 stages. Joshi Land is legal, but it doesn't have it. Midgear has it. Dr. Wally doesn't have it. I think Whiteleaf, No Hazard, I think that has it. I'm not sure about Dream Lawn. Luigi's Mansion, No Hazard is legal. Pirate Ship is... I don't think Pirate Ship has Hermit Clip. Crack Maze is not legal. It's not legal. And I think that's it. Oh, Nihilum, No Hazard is legal. There's a lot of stages that No Hazard are legal, but... there's more than in, say, Smash Wii U. So I'll show off another interesting character, with some weird properties. Sora is... So Sora, his he is a combo-oriented character, and that is definitely seeable. Like, right there, like that's a whole combo in and of itself. But you can actually extend these combos with his magic. So I'll show probably the most devastating example, and that is Thundaga. You're never probably in competitive play. You probably will never get Thundaga because your opponent will not let you. They're probably just gonna try and knock it out of you before you even have a chance. The opponent does not have enough time to recover they don't have enough time to escape from that combo when you use Thundaga, and you can see that brought the combo up to 46% from what it would usually do, which is just 17. I'd say that Gravity 1, which is just gravity, that's also pretty devastating in a different kind of way. So, do the combo. Okay, I missed. It puts them in a hit stun, which basically lets you extend the combo after they're out of hit stun. Slapshot. Slapshot was changed in this version so that it's not as combo-y. You can see you can't combo into it anymore. You used to the angle used to be different, and you could really combo into it, and it was really, really broken. It used to be like, I think you could get an infinite with it. So, I don't remember what move that is, but I know that is a legit move from Kingdom Hearts. I think it was Final Mix only, though. Oh, another thing is, I think there's another way to extend the combo even further. So, this is Sora's most basic combo, by the way. No, I did it wrong. So, what it is I'll do Snail. So, it's neutral, up tilt, or slap shot. You can do them in either order. Actually, no, I lied. You have to do slap shot first. Neutral, slap shot, up tilt, up special, and then if you're started on the ground, you can actually combo it even further into up special. But I don't think you can get the other extension that way, because they'll probably try to get out of that combo if they're that far in. Also, that is not the best spike, but it is still a spike regardless. And if you do get the double one, you'll probably want to go with Gravira, because you're a lot higher up that time. So let's try it. And you can see I extended it even further, and instead of being at 47 like with Thundaga, it's now 57 with Gravira, which is even lesser of a move. But the thing you have to keep in mind is this combo only works at a very low percent. It only works if you start it at a low percent, and that's because Sora has rapidly increasing knockback. You can see the growth knockback on all his moves is a lot higher than most characters, and that's to stop them from using such ridiculous combos. So this super ridiculous combo only works at low percents, like 0. And you can see that with Thundaga, it's a lot harder to get an extension, because you can extension it with Gravira, but with Thundaga, that basically is your extension. So while you can do a ton of damage with Gravira, Thundaga basically puts them in a hit stun, and you can't really extension that as much. And I guess that in that case, Gravira would be the better option, and here's why you don't want to use Graviga, despite it being literally Sora's best bet. It's too strong. and it basically knocks the opponent out of the combo. And Sora, despite the high knockback on basically all his moves, he can still do some pretty combo-y stuff after that low percent range. So you can see he's at 55. I didn't time the move properly. If they're at a high percent, if they're at like 60%, I don't know. Firaga is... I wouldn't use that one for a KO. For the KOs, you'll likely want to use either Firaga or Gravira, depending on which way you want to KO them. If it's a stage with a high ceiling, like Dr. Wally, well, with a low ceiling actually, you can use Graviga, or you can actually use up tilt into up special. That is a great kill for Sora. But you can see you don't want to use Graviga in a combo because it just does too much knockback and it kicks them out of the combo. And no, you can't really use them as baits either. So no, you can't put a Gravira there and hit them. You can, but they're not gonna fall for it. Like, and it takes too long. That's the other thing. It'll probably be too far away unless their shield is broken. If their shield is broken, I would suggest using Thundaga on them because that does a lot of damage, and afterwards you can get another. You can like charge up like another move while they're in that hit stun. Also, Graviga kills already at 120. Of course, Graviga is a very... The gravity moves are probably Sora's best kill moves, just because they do an insane amount of stuff. Like, they do a combo extension. But they are also one of the best spikes in the game if you can get them. So if you really have to make sure you don't get hit, because if you get hit, there's a chance that you might lose your charge. But you can see that if I have gravity, even gravity is a good kill move at low percent. So next up, we'll do Shulk.
Yes, Shulk.
That actually comes out frame 1. And I'm not sure. Let me check this. So you can see the knockback on that, and then if I put smash, does it change? It does change. Okay. And you can see that one of Shulk's best kill moves now is by far a tilt. But you have to be in smash mode for it to be a good kill move. Backslash is also a pretty good bet, but it's it puts you in it puts you into a very helpless state if you time it wrong, because it has quite a bit of recovery frames. Now, if you're doing it actually from a high enough spot and the opponent is in a high spot with you, you can actually chain them into backslash more than once. So Shulk now has a counter, and you can see that I can't actually show the counter's knockback, but you can see it resets his vertical speed when he uses it. So that means if he's way off, actually, Shulk has great recovery options. For example, if he's flown right out and he has enough time to use backslash, he can use backslash, and that will get him pretty far. Jump does the same thing. You can actually do a reverse air slash if you know what you're doing. So Shulk's moves are very... Shulk is great at recovering. He takes a long time to kill. So Buster, you can also see the damage on all his moves is increased if you look at damage. But that decreases knockback, which is kind of a good thing, actually, because that lets him combo better. If Sora had this, he'd be so broken. Now, why did I get rid of Minato Cyclone, even though some people absolutely loved it? Well, simply, while Minato Cyclone is a legitimate art, Cyclone is a legitimate Minato art in Xenoblade. However, it makes more sense to give him a counter because of stuff that happens in Xenoblade. Shulk has the ability to see the future, and it doesn't make sense for him to not have that ability. And yes, so you can see that Jump actually decreases his weight, so he is lighter when he uses Jump. I don't remember, I think he's heavier when he uses Speed. I know he's definitely slower when his gravity seems to be the same when he's on Shield, but he jumps a lot lower. And you can see he has a lot less acceleration. So let's do a few matches.
Clown on Mungo Nest.
Okay, I haven't shown off Ness yet, so I might as well. Let's hope we don't get Eric bound. We're gonna get Eric bound. Called it. Also, that's a frame 1 glitch. If you pause on the first frame, it will move to the side. So, PK Thunder, it always comes out behind Ness. Like, look. So if I use it this way, you'll see that it comes out to the side, it comes out to the back of him. And if I use it that way, it comes out to the back of him. And if I use PK Fire, that can put the opponent in a hit stun, which basically allows you to get a hit on them. Yo-Yo is his best move. And his up tilt does multi-damage. PK Flash works like it does in Smash Brothers. And then PSI Magnet, it works a bit differently. If you want to deflect an attack, that's when you release it. You can also deflect the opponent with it, and it does a lot more deflection than in vanilla Smash Brothers. You can also hit the opponent with PK Thunder, but that doesn't do as much damage, and you can launch yourself with it, so that's your best bet. I'm not listening to that song, I'm sorry. Alright. Let's get on it. Let's get on it. Let's get on it. Let's do this. Let's get this bread. So there's two ways to do PSI Magnet. Either you hold it down and release, or you can tap it and release. Tapping it is actually faster, but you're not always going to want to use the tap. I usually tap because I use it too fast. Like, sometimes I might just tap the button, and now he's stuck in that, even though I let go of the button. So I have to press it again. Okay, that move is kind of ridiculous, but it doesn't have the same, it's not as broken as it was in version 4. Yeah, that works. Aang has, I think he has a bit higher, he has a bit higher friction than most characters, like Pepsi Man and Fernando. Heavier characters tend to have more friction on them, which reduces the amount of hits on, which reduces the amount of knockback they take. That's why characters like Pepsi Man are so hard to kill. I think Pepsi Man actually does have the highest friction in the game. Meanwhile, Luigi is soap, and it's so weird to have a developer talking about his game, because it's like he knows everything that the players don't know. So it's like he can give the most intel, and yeah, I think I'm not the dude making the tier list. Yo, we should probably help out Hive with the tier list, shouldn't we? So I'm thinking from this match alone that Ness is I'm gonna be honest, I do think Aang is gonna be a low tier character. He got too many nerfs from version 4 to be good. It takes a while to kill with him, and his good moves take too long to come out, and they don't do enough to kill. Plus, Ness, like, even if Aang is a good character, there's no way that on the matchups he's going to be anywhere near Ness. I mean, look at Ness. Okay, that didn't hit somehow. Oh, he rejected my PK Thunder. Now, the reason why it trails is if a character's running and they keep running even after they get hit, that basically gives you 3 extra hits. Or you know, you can do a trick move with it or something, I don't know. So, who is the true Echo Fighter here? Johnny Test or Ness? Because you gotta remember, Johnny Test was in the game before Ness, but Ness is the OG. Or are they different enough to not be considered Echo Fighters? Yeah, that move is pretty good. If you could get PK Thunder 2, that's at a high enough percent, that's basically a kill. Obviously nobody is gonna fall for that though, so you gotta be like secret with it.
Game set. Unfair winner beast. Ness.
Alright, well I think I've been streaming for a while now. Yeah, I've been streaming for almost an hour now. Alright. Ooh, you know what? For that, want to see do a extra mode run. I'm not playing a silver. I'll be... You know what? I was showing him off earlier. I'll be Crackman. One life. One life. One life extra mode. So one thing you can actually do with Crackman's projectiles is you can actually use them as bait, because Cherry comes out, like, look at Cherry, that's pathetic. So if you're standing still and you're spamming like Cherry, then you might actually be able to, like, get a nice thing go in there. Alright, Zelda character. Fernando.
Bogus.
Now, all of Ganon's attacks are slow, so Crackman is a definite good matchup. Like, he loses the matchup with Crackman. No, 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 no!
Game set.
Oh, that's not fair!
Eat my short.
That's... oh... You know what, no, I'm not gonna... If that crap's gonna happen to me, I'm not gonna try it. What else? I don't know what to play. I really don't. No new messages. Streaming for 55 minutes. Okay, well, let's see what I got on here. I have some stuff from last year's NCFC. I've got Flashback. Ugh, I have that gross Freedom Planet game. I have, I have sound effects for Mario and Luigi, but I don't actually have Mario and Luigi. You know what? Actually, this game is one that I don't think a lot of people know, so I'm just gonna play it. It's called Momodora 2. Momodora is the fourth game. Reverie Under the Moonlight is pretty popular, but I don't think anybody remembers Momodora 2. I don't think anybody remembers anything before Momodora Reverie Under the Moonlight. Oof, that is one weird window. Jank window alert. Alright, let's fix this. Get in there. Okay. So this is this Momo or Dora? I forget. I think this is Momo. Yeah, this is Momo. Alright, so the so-called underworld Queen Evil is actually the protagonist of the first game. And I haven't beaten the first game, but, you know. Okay, that's a Bachman. Bachman, if you played Smash Bros, you've seen these dudes. They're the ones that throw those Bachman blocks. If you played Smash Bros, Kaho from Reverie Under the Moonlight is in that game, so that is Dora from the first Momodora game. I never finished the first. I'm pretty close, but I don't remember what I. Okay, I just got hurt. Okay, yeah, you see Bachman? They're the ones that throw those blocks. You got the Coho Charm. It's a seal you can throw by pressing Alt plus S. It's powerful enough to destroy certain kind of blocks. And you can see it destroys blocks. Now this game is pretty quick. It's not exactly the longest Metroidvania. Ooh, secret. You found a love letter. Within the letter, words filled with love and joy became swarmingly attached to your soul. After reading it, the love letter vanishes in the room. Okay, that's a health boost. I can't jump that high yet. My hand slipped and I almost missed that button. So that's Melko. I don't think that character is in any future games. Oh, there we go. There's a map. Okay. I don't think I can get up there yet. To the spot that's not this way, but the other way. Okay, so these statues are important. You have to pray at them if you want to beat the game. Yay. Reaching far off distances, your prayers touch the hearts of the gods. You've been blessed by Luna. Yeah, they don't show up in any other games. I think that gave me a health refill though. Cool. If this game offends you, you probably is this game offends you because religion. You're being oversensitive. And we're gonna get banned from Twitch because of that now, aren't we? Sorry. Sorry, kiddo. I'm kidding. We'll be fine. It's a video game. Like, seriously? And just who are... Oh, okay. Yeah, just kind of do that. I'm almost dead, by the way. Please die faster. Oh no, I'm dead. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stop here. Simply because I've been streaming for an hour now, and I don't think anybody is watching by this point, so... I'm just... Oh, that would explain it. Why was it recording as well as streaming? That's stupid. I'm gonna have to delete that. Ugh. That would explain why I felt like something... Okay, I'm gonna need to... I like to save archives, but...